Your team was up on 17-11 on that Champagne Creek in the corner. What happened after that in regulation?
Jalen Brunson made some plays. Got an and one. I think they got a 3 after that. They made some tough plays down the stretch, sent it into overtime. He had some tough shots.
Look up the scoreboard, it says 50-something, so I did what it is.
So many nights where Tibbs has talked about you doing what's needed. And did you feel kind of fourth quarter and overtime, that's what was needed tonight?
Yeah, we were up slow night. You got to give them credit. And then fourth quarter, we picked up a little bit and just found a way to put the game in our favor. Took overtime, but still, it took a lot tonight.
Let's talk about it, because we got to talk about it. Jalen Brunson was a man on a mission the last game against the Washington Wizards. I'm not going to lie, it was a little too close for comfort, but the captain, Big Bucket Brunson, stepped up and pulled us in for the win. Even though it took overtime, he still did the thing. The boy had 55 points. Yeah, 55 points, 9 assists. He dropped a 50 piece, so you gotta show respect for that on 58.1% shooting. And he was 94.1 from the free throw line, 16 for 17 in that overtime win. That gives the Knicks 7 wins in a row. He was unstoppable out there. And the crazy thing is, he had 42 of his 55 in the second half. Like, it was looking spooky, and while it was looking spooky, Jalen said, hey, hold my beer. It's time for me to do the daggone thing and show why I'm the captain. And he ain't the highest paid person on the team. He ain't even the second highest paid, or the third. He might be the third, but you know what I'm talking about. But he the one that puts that on his back, and he wear that New York jersey with pride. And I gotta tell you, it was looking like the cardiac Knicks for a little while, but then they stepped up. He stepped to the occasion, and we can't even forget, even though he had that 55 piece, Karl Anthony Towns came in and dropped 30 and 14. He was dealing with foul troubles because, you know, they not playing with him no more. They calling these little ticky-tacky fouls on him. But once he learned how to get around that, we gonna be a force to be reckoned with. And Mikal, he was doing his thing too. You know, he just came off that 41-point game, but he still was out there killing them in the mid-range. So we gotta respect it. We making the NBA respect it, but we doing our daggone thing. And right now, Mikal Bridges is shooting 38.8% and shoot threes this season. So he stepped it up because, you know, he was like ice cold in the month of November, but then in the month of December, he turned it all the way up. So a lot of people, we had a lot of doubters, a lot of haters, a lot of people that just wasn't feeling us a month ago, and now they starting to jump on the bandwagon. So I like it, you know what I mean? I've been a long Knicks fan. I've seen the ups, the downs, and the mediocre years, so I'm glad to see that we doing our daggone thing. And now Jalen Brunson got more 50-point games than Carmelo Anthony as a Knick. And we know Carmelo Anthony, when he was here, he won that scoring title. And one of our best seasons even to date was that year when we had the 54 wins. So we got to respect it. We got to get out of that second round. But the boy Jalen Brunson was looking wonderful out there. And I just love what the coach had to say about him. He said, people talk about the will to win. It's not really about the will to win. It's the will to prepare to win. And that's what our team been doing. We've been preparing to win. And when we've been taking them punches and them gut punches, we not just folding in the fourth quarter. We see an opportunity and we season it. And we gotta love it. We gotta love the fight, that even if times get hard, we ain't just throwing in the towel. We throwing that right hook, that left hook, that counter punch. And it was just pure freak athleticism with him out there. He ain't the most physically imposing person, but he's a pure hooper at the highest level. And Jalen Brunson is one of the craftiest players that we got in the league. And that was a nasty 55 piece today, you know what I mean? And I love it, you know? I love it, and I love what we did. And right now, we only one game behind the Boston Celtics with that loss that they had tonight. So our record is 22-10, and they 23-9. We showing that we belong with the elite in the East. Granted, Cleveland Cavaliers is on fire. But we here for that. We up for the challenge. So we gonna do our daggone thing, and we got other people. And I'm gonna talk about it on a short, but that boy Precious Achua had one of the nastiest dunks to close out. You know, he did his doggone thing with that, and I love it. Dunked all over old boy, you know? So I love it, I love it, I love it, and I love what I'm seeing from my people, you know what I mean? So all of y'all out there, when you see this, hit that like button. Don't be shy, subscribe, and let us know what the vibes is. Always, you should already know the vibes, baby. Knicks vibes.